What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Fonzo. Welcome to another episode of Big Bear Podcast. If you haven't already, kindly subscribe to the channel for more videos. Today's topic.
It appears that reality has finally dawned on Nandipha. She couldn't stop her tears from rolling down her cheeks while her lawyer, Franz Dlamini, read the affidavit. She told the court through her lawyer that she did not even know where she and Bester were going when they fled the country. She claims she was forced into the vehicle they were traveling in. Magudumana is facing charges of assisting an inmate to escape from lawful custody, violation of a dead body, and defeating the ends of justice. She has also stressed that her bail application is separate and independent from other legal avenues she's pursuing in the High Court and the Supreme Court of Appeal.
I was instructed and commanded by case number 5 to get into a vehicle and leave the premises to a destination unknown to me at the time. 8.3. I refused and wanted an explanation, but he forced me into a vehicle. 8.4. I succumbed to the pressure due to the threats he directed at me.
The state maintains that Magudumana is a flight risk and is opposing her bail application. Magudumana insists that she will observe the right to remain silent and not divulge her defense in case it's used against her.
The applicant has everything to lose by remaining in the country. There are further criminal cases that has since been registered against her. These are the following. Sinoville case 206 of 4/2023. It's a fraud matter where the amount involved is 15 million rands. Santon case 87 of 4/2023, fraud amounting to 500,000 rands.
A legal analyst says Magudumana's legal representatives did not really go in depth to demonstrate to the court that she's not a flight risk. She says the state went as far as mentioning some of the evidence it has as a way of showing why she should be denied bail.
Section 60, subsection 48(2)(a), which is whether she would be able to evade or not evade in the country, whether she is a flight risk or not. She did not describe more or deeper about that factor. And when it comes to the affidavit of the state or the affidavit of the SAPS, they dwelt into deep of why they're opposing the bail. It was only because of she's a flight risk.
The bail application has been rolled over to Wednesday. Kamagelo Siekwi, SABC News, Bloemfontein.
So for those of you that can to catch on, of course, the Thabo Bester Saga hasn't, it's far from coming to an end at this point in time. So basically what happened was Thabo Bester is a convicted convict who escaped to prison last year in March. I think it was March or so. He escaped from prison, and of course until such time, he's been living his greatest life. And of course this takes to the amount of time or amount of knowing, understanding, or people knowing that this guy's actually existed, until they saw the story and it went viral, and of course it crept up. It was all over the socials. Everyone was talking about it. So so of course it came to a point where there was so much heat on him. He and of course the doctor that you saw in the video decided to flee the country. So once they fled the country, what happened was, of course, they went through Zambia and a few other countries, and they were caught in Tanzania. Upon getting caught in Tanzania, they were extradited back to South Africa, right? And of course, there was a discovery that there were more people involved in this man's escape, Thabo Bester's escape. And going forward from there, of course, everyone's been accused, and of course, the national prosecutors, the investigators, did say that there will be more names that will pop up, but in the last couple of months or some time now, there hasn't been any new names that have popped up from the investigations as well. But anyway, this doctor that you saw, she was of course part of the crew, and now she's of course got her own representation, and she's separately accused, and like every other accused, they have their own lawyers. But now she's applied for bail. Now that she's applied for bail, come to a situation where she's using all these excuses and waterworks to say that I was a victim of circumstance. The reason why I'm in this situation is because he forced me to do it. For me personally, my opinion, a whole lot of horse shit. I think she had every opportunity to get out of that. Look, I'm not discarding. If you're I've never been in a hostage situation, nor I have any understanding of what anyone is going through in a hostage situation. But of course, you have to put two and two together. But I think that, being a this being a public display, and this being all over the internet, and this being all over every tele newscast, is that South Africans are not stupid, man. We know what's going on. We know what's happening. We know exactly what your moves were. You understand? I mean, coming back to fake passports and everything. I mean, you're telling me that somebody kidnapped you and made a fake passport for you at the same time, and they coordinated all this so that they could kidnap you. It's a coordinated kidnapping. But anyway, like I'm just saying, it's just like it's insane to me how this this logic is coming across, and I'm glad. And I'm glad that the prosecution is not like literally falling for it, because of course, as every charge that she's been charged with is various cases of fraud is allocated a specific amount of bail. So the highest being 15 mil. So I think the national prosecutor is not having it, and they're like, yo, look, at the end of the day, man, this is what you did, and look, I dare to think that they would actually grant a bail because also somebody died when this man escaped. And this is one part I left out. When he escaped, of course, there was a dead body that was in place of his to impersonate that he had lost his life. But no, it was a different person's body. So now this person, somebody's son, he's a male. Somebody's son, he's a family member. He's a father. And I think for the national prosecutor and for the judge too, to grant the bail would be a disservice. I think, in this situation, she's been happy in the past in the courtroom. She's been very either monotone, or she's been very, very poker faced. Or when she was with Thabo Bester, having to see his face put a smile on her face and them holding hands. I don't think if anything, there's any kidnapper or any, perpetrator who's actually held hands with their victim and smiled with them in court. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm crazy. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this whole situation. I think it's just unheard of. They need to, it'll be a huge, because the lawyers are also basically saying that they would need to, provide or justify, all these situations as to why your reasons are that you need bail. And so far, the lawyer that she has is not coming. He has nothing on him. You can't justify anything that says that you rolled with this dude. How, you got to prove to us that you weren't under duress, but the looks of it, you were not under duress. You were willingly going, and you were willing for a participant in this whole matter. So she's got to prove that she wasn't. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about the video. Let me know. Drop comments. Have your thoughts. Is she a victim, or is she really playing, the victim game, or is she really acting it out, or she's really just trying to weasel her way out of the situation? Because at the end of the day, I think she's willing to throw Mr. Bester under the bus, or anyone else that is also accused of the situation. Until the next video, guys, take care. Peace.